Good morning and welcome to Pilates in pajamas. First of all, I so appreciate that you're here with me and why I created this. Many of us wake up with stiff and tight low back in the morning. And why? Because we are sleeping in the same position for hours and your body is craving for some movement. So this is what we are going to do here. It is going to be a short and sweet 15 to 20 minute workout. And we are going to focus on the whole body and not just the back this morning. And again, I so appreciate that you're here. And let's start. I am going to take my glasses off. I don't need them. And we are going to start on our hands and knees. Now, if your wrist doesn't like this position, okay, you can be on your knuckles or you can even elevate your hands on something higher, a little step stool, a chair, or anything that you have. And let's start with a good old cat and cow. So first we are going to send our t-shirt up to the ceiling and drop it down and then look up. My back just cracked, okay? So send your t-shirt up to the ceiling and then lower the t-shirt back down and then look up. Very good. And just keep moving. Everyone's range is different, okay? So your range might look different than mine, and that's absolutely okay. I'm sure you're more flexible than I am because I'm not. Very good. This is why I ended up doing Pilates, because yoga wasn't for me. I was never flexible. Very good. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And on the next one, can we just pause here? Drop your head and just hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it and then look up. Nice. And now, one of your arms is reaching up to the ceiling. And then we are going to slide this hand through. So let's start with the right one together. So my right hand is reaching up to the sky. And I am going to slide this hand through between my left hand and the left knee, and I lower my shoulder down. You don't have to touch the floor. That's not the point. We just want you to move, just to kind of like twist your spine. So what we are trying to do here is move your spine in every direction that a spine can move. Very good. And this is rotation of the spine. With the cat and the cow, we did flexion and extension. Very good. Let's do one more. And now we are going to do the other side. Left arm. And then slide the left hand through between your right hand and the right knee. Lower the shoulder down as far as you can. And then lift back up. Very good. And just keep moving. Find your own rhythm. Two more. And 1. Oh, very good. Now, this time have your knees together and feet together. And then we are going to drop the pelvis to one side and look to the opposite direction, and then switch. So we are just moving side to side. Now, your knee doesn't need to come off the floor, okay? If you would like to keep it on and just move side to side, that's fine. Do it. Do what you can do. But I like to drop my pelvis all the way down because it just feels good for me. But again, you do you. Very good. So now you're using actually gravity to kind of like move the spine. Very good. And the pelvis. And then one more. Beautiful. And now we're going to sit back on our heels. Oh, feels so good. And leave your hands where they are. Rise up onto your knees. Stand your waistband forward and down, and then look up. And sit back. Very good. So we are moving back and forth. Now, again, you can elevate your hands, okay, on a chair and go as far as it feels good with the pelvis. If you need to stop here, please do so. If you can go all the way, that's good too. And you can even sink between your shoulders because there is no Pilates police here. You do what feels good for your body. If you feel pain at any point, and if the pain is tolerable, you're good. If the pain stops you from doing the exercise, then what you can do is you can make sure that you're not moving as much, okay? So reduce the range of motion or you stop, okay? So listen to your body. Now, what we can do here is we can actually lift the knees off the floor and look up. Very good. That's optional. You don't have to do it. Okay? Very good. And 3. And 2. And on the next one, let's hold it. Very good. And just breathe. Look up. Again, don't worry about having your shoulders all the way up in your ears. You have them as earrings. Absolutely okay. Very good. And let's move the pelvis side to side. And you can even move your chest side to side. Very good. Nice. Let's sit back on our heels a little bit because it just feels so good. And then we are going to do like a circle with our right arm and then bring it back. And then the left and then bring it back. So we are alternating side to side. Now, another option would be you are on your hands and knees and then do it this way, and you can actually sit back on your heels and then bring it back and then do the other side. But again, do what feels good for your body. Okay, we always have options here. So this is option 2. With this one, we are actually adding the mobility of your hips a little bit. Not as much when we were doing the previous exercise, the cobra. And of course, your knee mobility. Some people doesn't like this movement with their knees. And if you cannot sit back on your heels because of your knee, you can just simply do this movement. Okay? Because I know Sometimes it can be uncomfortable for the knee to sit back on the heels. Very good. So we have different options here. And then this was the last one. Beautiful. Okay, now what we're gonna do here is we are going to sit up. Now, if you need to sit on something because of your back, find some pillows, or if you have some yoga blocks, just sit on them. Very good. And then hold on under your thighs. And then we're just gonna kind of like, I'm gonna sit this way so you can see me better. I am moving my low back against the floor or against the wall behind me. And now I'm sitting up and I'm kind of like pushing my chest towards the other direction. Very good. Nice. So your back, your t-shirt goes down behind you and then in front of you and sit up. Very good. So we are creating kind of like a C shape with our back and arching the back. You can even look up to the ceiling. Very good. You can jam your chin down against your chest and then up. Very good. Nice. And 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. And now we are going to lay down on our backs. Very good. Now we have a couple of options. You can have your hands behind your head, or you can have your arms hovering by your hips. And the only thing we're gonna do is we are going to lift the chest and lower the chest. I actually do like to have my hands behind my head. Lift and lower and lift and lower. And when you are lifting your chest, push your low back down on the mat. So there is no space. Very good. And then back down and go as far as you can. Again, you can have your hands, your arms hovering by your hips too. Or even you can leave it on the floor and you can just slide your hands. Very good. Back and forth. And let's do 2 more. 2 and 1. Nice. Now, on the next one, when we are lifting the chest, we are going to grab our right knee and pull that right knee very good closer to us. And then we are going to switch legs and now the left knee. Very good. Alternating side to side. Beautiful. Now, another option would be keep the other leg straight. Very good. Extend it. Okay, it is optional. You don't have to do it. Ooh, I feel my abs already. Nice. And then one more. Very good. Keep the chest down. Let's just rock side to side here. Now, place your feet on the ground. Very good. Arms by your side. And now we are going to lift the pelvis up and then lower the pelvis down. Lift up. Waistband. Think about the waistband. Goes up to the ceiling and then lower back down. And it can be just a hover too. Okay? You do you. If you feel like going all the way up, you go all the way up. If you feel like doing this single leg, then do this single leg. If you do the single leg version, do at least 5 to 8 with one leg and then switch. Okay? Very good. I'm gonna go back because this just feels so good today to slow down a little bit more. It's Friday. Gonna have an amazing weekend. I hope you do too. Very good. Now on the next one, we're gonna lift up and we're gonna be holding a little bit for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the pelvis down, arms by your side, nice and wide. And lower the knees to one side and look to the opposite direction. And we're gonna move to the other side. So your pelvis is coming off the floor. This is option 1. Very good. Side to side. Ooh, my back just cracked. And this is option 2. So you have your legs in a tabletop position and you are moving the knees down to the floor. So you can pick this version too. Just give it a try. And if you prefer the other version, you do the other version. As simple as that. You listen to your body. Very good. One more. Nice. And then from here, we are going to reach one leg up to the ceiling, okay? And now we are going to lower that leg down and lift back up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. And keep pushing your back down on the floor. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up. Grab that leg behind you. And we're just gonna stretch here. Very good. And just hold it. If you can go a little bit further, go a little bit further. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. And now let's do the other leg. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. You can keep your foot pointing, or you can even flex, or you can flex to lower and point to lift. However you prefer. I just like to keep it simple. So you can just keep it flexed if you want to focus on stretching your hamstrings. Or if you would like to engage your thighs more, you point. Okay? 3, 2, and 1. Lift up. Grab that leg behind it and then just hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, lower that leg down. And then the last exercise for today is we're gonna be mermaids. Okay? So we have a couple of options with the legs. You can sit crisscross. You can even have your legs out nice and wide. Or you can sit in a Z position. And this is what I'm going to do today. Nice. And then we're gonna start one side. Very good. Side to side. And you go as far as it feels good for your body. Nice. And if you are still with me, thank you so much for doing this workout with me. Now let's look behind us. I hope we set a good tone for your day. You started with a really good workout and you feel better. Very good. And let's do the other side. You only have to switch your legs, of course, if you were sitting in this Z position, if you were sitting crisscross or with your legs wide in front of you, you don't have to, right? Nice. And now let's look behind us add a little bit of a rotation here. And then one more. Very good. And have your legs out straight in front of you. I'm gonna sit so you can see my whole body. Very good. And now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go over our thighs, drop the head, roll the shoulders forward, and go as far as you can. You don't have to push your body. And just take a big breath in. Exhale out. On the next inhale, I should say on the next exhale, we're gonna sit all the way back up. Very good. And we finished our quick workout for today. And again, I so appreciate you did this workout with me this morning. I hope you feel better. And if you have any feedback for me, please comment your feedback, because I do this for you. So your feedback does matter for me. Okay. Thank you so much and have a lovely Friday. And see you next Monday, same time, same place.